All right, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. That's one small step for man.
I lost my notes. All right, there they go. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
All righty. So a lot of you are probably wondering what's going on.
I am.
Me too. I've been wondering what's going on for the last 10 years. We have decided to start a podcast. And if you could see us in our fancy studio right now, we're sitting on a couch in our pajamas watching Monday Night Football with a laptop and notes on our phone.
Yes, I can't look at anything else.
Yes.
You won't allow it.
Yeah, I had to tell her to get off social media while we were...
I wasn't on social media. Pinterest. Does that count? Okay.
Yes. Okay, well, we're starting a podcast. And so, by the way, I'm Kylie.
And I'm Jill.
Hang on.
I'm Jill.
Wait, not yet.
What?
Where did he go? Okay, say it again.
I'm Jill. Oh, yeah, that's me.
And I'm Kylie.
I like you better than that.
All righty, so we have, again, started a podcast, and we're going to call it Straight Out of Studio B. Actually, we're not going to call it. That's what it is called. If you haven't seen the artwork and all that stuff yet.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Katie O'Neill did that for us. It was really neat. Shout out. Whoop, whoop. So we're going to take a little bit of time and just kind of tell you guys what we're doing, why we're doing it, how we're doing it. And to start off, if you guys are looking for professional DJs, turn it off now.
I don't know. You're pretty good at that.
Well, I can
Definitely
ramble.
not me. I'm just
I can ramble. That's
just
for sure.
Along.
Okay. Jill, you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Okay, I'm Jill Bland.
Who?
Don't ask me how long we've been married.
I'm loving these sound effects.
We've been together. I'm from Shreveport.
Mm-hmm.
We met in Shreveport when your band was playing to get here. Are we doing that? Or am I explaining that?
That can be 4 episodes.
We've been together for 19 years.
We met in 2003, got married in 2008.
He's better at all the dates than I am.
I even know her social security number.
Don't say it.
Do you know?
Don't say it.
Do you know my birthday? Do you even know how old I am? 28. That's right. Stick with that. Anyways, so carry on.
Okay, so I'm Jill Bland from Shreveport. Kylie, you're
I'm Kylie Bland
from
Gladewater, Texas. But I'm going to let you tell your story first, so go ahead.
I have a story? Like of my life?
A condensed version of your life.
Grew up in Shreveport. I am one of 5 kids.
Yep.
I have 3 older brothers. Grew up with 3 older brothers, and then had my sister that I prayed for when I was my whole life, and I had her. She came into my life when I was 13 years old. So it's like growing up with 3 older brothers and then having a separate life again as the older sister to a very much younger sister.
By the way, that's Shara that she's talking about.
Yes.
That works at the salon. Most of you guys
kind
know
of
her.
have like a motherly relationship there too. So it's neat. It's like having 2 sets of siblings in a way, even though we're all super close still. So one of 5, grew up here, and great family life. Yeah. What else?
There's more to it. You spent half your life in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, yes, that is very much so. More to it. So my dad's from Jacksonville, Florida, and my parents met in college, and they agreed at some point to, they had moved to Jacksonville after they got married, and they agreed at some point to move to Shreveport, but with that agreement came that they would go each Christmas and then each summer and spend in Jacksonville, Florida. My parents were school teachers, so they had that ability to do that. So every summer of my entire life And every Christmas was spent in Jacksonville, Florida. So I have a whole nother life there. Friends, church, preacher.
We got engaged there.
We got engaged there.
How many times have you been to Disney World?
Many times. So yeah, I'm kind of a Florida girl. My family's all about the Gators. If I was into football, I probably would be too. But growing up with three older brothers, I kind of got over it. That's why you're watching Monday Night Football right now, and I'm not.
Sitting here watching Monday Night Football.
So yeah, I guess that was a big part of my story. I didn't have a Christmas in Shreveport until I met you.
And
or,
I don't
or
think
not in Jacksonville.
I had only had one Christmas outside of Gladewater in my whole life up until Jacksonville, Florida. And then I went every other year, and then it just became the norm.
Yeah, and you kind of a half Florida boy too.
Yeah, I think I've been to Disney World 8 times now.
Yeah,
so.
we love Florida. We love Jacksonville. We love our family there and our friends.
And Disney
Still
World.
have really close friends there.
Anything else?
My life's not that exciting.
It's very exciting. Anything else you want to touch on?
He's looking at me like I have something more to say. What?
What is something about you?
School.
What is something about you that people would be surprised to know?
Okay, I went to a very small private school that I am so grateful for. And the people that I went to school with are like family to me still to this day. Not that we're super close and hang out every weekend, but when I see them, it's definitely like seeing a distant relative or sibling. No. Yeah.
What'd you do after you graduated high school?
Oh my God.
I'm trying to get you to
I don't want to talk about it.
Want to know. The people want to know about this.
I wanted to jump out of helicopters and save people's lives. So I joined the Coast Guard thinking I would do that.
But you did do it. And you made it most of the way through boot camp.
Yes. Well, I actually
There's
had
nothing wrong with that.
up for the Coast Guard in
there are people sitting around going, what?
2000. And let me think. I was supposed to go September 25th of 2001. And 2011 happened. No, what am I talking about? 9/11 happened.
Yeah, in 2001.
Yes. And
you were supposed to go the same month.
I hadn't officially signed to do it, but that's what the date that I was going. And 9/11 happened, and my dad told me that I probably shouldn't go. And so we put it off until I still wanted to go. And the next year in April, I went to boot camp. And at that point, everything had changed. I was very unaware. Everything had changed about... Kylie, why are you looking at me?
Oh, because you kept bumping the mic.
Okay, sorry.
If y'all wondering what that thunder is...
We're not in a storm.
Yeah, we're not in a tornado, and we're not professionals either.
So everything had changed, and I found out during boot camp that the Coast Guard had actually joined the Navy. In the first year of the Coast Guard, I would actually be on a ship overseas, and it just really was not what I had been told at all. And that's a long story. I have wonderful memories of boot camp, actually. And anyways, got out of that. Still kind of regret it, maybe a little bit, other than I wouldn't have met you. But wish I would have known more, because I think things would have been differently. If not, but everything happens for a reason, right?
Yep, sure does.
So, yeah. So I'm not able to jump out of helicopters.
Well, you can. I think you have to pay for it now. It's called skydiving. Well, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll get into how we met and all that stuff somewhere along the way. Eventually. We could go on forever about this. Well, I grew up in Gladewater, Texas. I had your typical 80s, early 90s, mainly 80s childhood. I can proudly say that I saw Michael Jackson live with the Jackson 5, and Eddie Van Halen came out on stage and played Beat It on guitar.
You're really old.
Yeah, I'm old. No, I was young then. Well, they had done, the Jacksons, Thriller had just come out. And so Michael
Hold on. Thriller was popular. That was the most popular song in 83 when I was born. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I saw Michael Jackson in 1984, and he had taken all his brothers out on the road with him. So it was like this Jackson 5 reunion type thing. And then Eddie Van Halen came out on stage and played guitar. It was cool. Anyways, I grew up in Gladwater, Texas. Had your typical...
Hang on. What's Eddie Van Halen's band's name?
That's a joke, folks.
A joke that people will not let me live down.
Yeah. One day we were talking about something, and she said, what band was Eddie Van Halen in? And I was just like, you married a dude that was in a band half of his life and played guitar.
Hey, I love music.
Anyways.
I don't remember
just
a
not
lot.
music trivia.
Yeah.
So me and my brother pretty much had your typical 80s. Like I remember getting an Atari for Christmas. I remember MTV going on the air. It was your typical Back to the Future, Goonies, Breakfast Club type childhood. We were your typical Friday Night Light. When you think of Friday Night Lights, and Jennifer can probably relate to this too from being from West Texas. Like small town Texas on Friday nights, it's nothing but straight up Dairy Queen and football. And we had a neighborhood where, you know, you had your bicycle gangs, and there's 20 of us at any given time riding bikes. And what else? Gladewater. Oh, and then as I got into middle school, I really got into skateboarding and music. And I thought I was going to grow up and be either a half rock star, half skateboarder or something. And then I wound up getting more into the music and spent probably the majority of from 17 up until probably 30 something touring, you know, in a band actively. And as we got older, got married, had kids, that slowed down. That was a lot of fun. Went all over the world, all over the country. If it wasn't for the band, wouldn't have met you.
Sure.
Hang on, where's my button?
You didn't label your buttons.
Well, I can't see because I gotta. If it wasn't for the band, I wouldn't have met you.
Aww.
Anyway, so that's the story, and we're sticking to it.
Me being a quitter of the Coast Guard, I wouldn't have met you.
Hey, if I wouldn't have. So at the time, we were entering a battle of the bands.
Oh, are we going here now?
Well, briefly.
How we met? Okay.
Yeah. So we entered my band entered a battle of the bands at LSUS, and I didn't want to do it. We finally agreed to do it, and we won. And we got to open up for Everclear, and she was there. We didn't meet that night, but we met.
Kind of.
A few months later. Yeah, I think we met that night. I'm not real sure. There was a girl that got up on stage during Everclear's last song, and I was in the barricades, and me and a security guard helped the girl get on stage. Well, she informed me later on that she was the first girl that got on stage with Everclear. So I think it must have been her.
I was the first girl that got on stage, and then after I did, I crawled up over the barricades.
And I was in the barricades.
Yeah, and after I did, they kind of like, not got onto me, but they were like, whoa, 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 everybody go around, walk around, walk around.
Did I say, hey, leave her alone?
And then so I remember that. So when he told me that he helped somebody over the barricades, I mean, how many girls went over the barricades before they directed everybody the other way? So,
yeah, we could go on forever about that.
It was love at first help over the barricades.
Okay, so now let's talk about, you got your notes with you?
I got them. Well, look at there.
Did it move it down to the bottom?
No.
Excuse all that noise.
Sorry, I'm recovering here. We were sick over the holidays.
Yeah, and all that banging we're still adjusting to grabbing these mics.
Okay,
anyway,
so
how we came up with the podcast idea. You want to go first?
I think you were just born to be heard.
To talk? Is that what you're saying? I talk a lot?
Yeah, you talk a lot. Well, you have a really good voice, and you're really good. I'm actually just terrible. I don't even know why I'm here. But yeah,
No.
I think you needed an outlet. And I actually really do talk a lot with customers and have a lot of great stories. Myself, I'm just not as good on the mic as you are.
You will be.
Oh, well.
I'll bring you out of your shell. Yeah, we more than anything, I think we just needed an outlet.
Definitely.
I mean, most of you guys know our story and know our life, and we had 2 kids pretty much back to back, and it's been nonstop
After
ever
10 years
since.
of not having any kids.
Yeah, we dated for 5 years, and then we got married for 5 years, and then we had kids. So we were used to coming and going as we please, and as most of you know, once you have kids, that kind of stops. It's a task just to go to the grocery store. But we needed an outlet and a hobby.
And we have so many.
I think this will be good for our marriage.
Oh.
I mean, not that we have any marriage problems, but I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good for us to just sit here.
Yeah, because we have no hobby, we have no life.
We have no life. This gives
But
us
another
something
thing
to
is,
do.
like, I think we have like really awesome customers, and we're always just have such good stories and good people. And I think like one day I remember us talking about the idea. It was definitely your idea. And so if it fails, it's all your fault. But I think I said, yeah, this would be good. Our people, we love our customers, their family, and we love each other's customers. And it's just one big Studio B family. And I said, our customers, if we ever got to the point where to interview them, they deserve to be heard. I think they would love to have a voice, whether it's, someone that's really funny, someone that has a meaningful story to tell, or just hanging out, getting on here, hanging out. We just love our people so much. I hate saying our people. You might want to delete that because I love all kinds of people. But
our clients.
We have a very, very special thing at Studio B. Very
close-knit group of folks.
Yeah, that are, like I said, not just our own clients, but our coworkers' clients and each other's. It's just really, really special. My favorite thing about doing hair is that, the family.
I always felt like over years of just hearing people talk was that everybody, I remember about a year ago kind of thinking, man, somebody should start a podcast called Everybody Has a Story. And that's kind of where I thought about it, and just interview normal people, because most people always want to interview celebrities and all that stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that, but interview normal people. And because everybody does have the story. The problem is we're all too wrapped up in our own lives to stop and listen. Some of them are funny. Some of them are sad. Some of them are crazy.
Yeah,
we got it all. We got it all. And I guarantee it, every one of y'all sitting there listening right now are going, oh, Lord, I got some stories to tell.
But we ain't going to be telling everybody stories.
Yeah, no, that's
really
not what
good
this is about.
At keeping secrets. You
now, if you want to tell a story, we will let you come on and tell it.
Come on.
Give us some stories. But yeah, we just, in hair and in that chair, one of the first things they teach you in school is that, literally, I think the first thing I heard was, you are their therapist. And now I get it. But
absolutely.
I think that another thing is we get so much advice. Golly, Jill. Hi, I'm Jill. Hello.
That's really going to hurt in somebody's ear. I think they're going to be more mad at you than my leg cramping and me moving and hitting the mic.
Sorry.
That was unnecessary.
Anyways, so I think that we've got a lot to offer people, is because you'll hear people talking about something, and Lord,
remember when the iPhone first came out and they would say, there's an app for that. There's an app for that. Mm-hmm. Like anything you thought of, there's an app for that. Mm-hmm. I've always felt like that with customers. I have to stop myself sometimes, because when I'm around my family and stuff, I'll be like, oh, my customer said, I have a customer that does this, or my customer does this, and they said that this. And I'm always like, there's a customer for that. There's so many different conversations and stories, and somebody's been here and somebody's done this and somebody went through this, and it's like you just hear so many life stories and different things.
Yeah, and if somebody, it's funny because if somebody, I've always said this, like if you want to know about something, go to the hair salon. Somebody's going to know. You need a plumber? We know a plumber. You need
there's a customer for that.
Yeah, I mean, you need a tree trimmed. We probably know a tree trimmer.
My mom definitely takes advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean,
she's like, do you know somebody who does this? Well, yeah. I do actually.
So, yeah, that was kind of where the idea came from. It's just because everybody's got a store, and we hope to eventually, first and foremost, we're going to introduce everybody to everybody at the salon. You already know them, but we're going to get them on here and chat with them a little bit and just go from there. That's our cast members. We've got Jennifer, who's been there the longest, and then Brittany, Cheyenne, Shara, me, and Jill. Yeah. Okay, so our next topic is tapas. Tapas, isn't that like isn't tapas
a tapas? Isn't that
something you put on a cracker? Tapas.
Oh, that's so weird that you said that. That is out of a Jessica Simpson movie line that it was an extra in.
That's a whole nother story.
Remember that?
Y'all just don't know. Not only is Jill a stone cold stunner from the military, she's also a movie star.
I was an extra in Jessica Simpson movie, and that is the only time I've ever heard the word tapas. And she was supposed to say the word tapas or something and said topless instead. And they were like, oh, like, no, that was written into the script, like how funny she was. Now I'm curious what tapas is.
I don't know. Somebody Google it.
Okay. We don't care.
Maybe we'll talk about
They're
it.
not listening anymore.
I think it was something on a cracker. Anyway, so we got a long ways to go here. Whoa. And we're already 23 minutes in.
Nobody has lasted this long.
So I've got everything. I look real organized. I've got it all typed up here, and we can check off the boxes as we go. And our next topic is what we plan to accomplish. And I think we just kind of already, we kind of already covered all that. Basically, the cool thing will be is we're going to try to keep everything to where everybody knows exactly what we're talking about. So obviously, if we get excited about something, a new business that's opening on Mansfield Road, everybody's going to know what we're talking about. Okay,
so if anybody knows Kylie Bland, he gets excited.
Boy, whether it's excited about some food.
50-cent corn dogs.
Everybody knows I love them 50-cent corn.
Or if it's a new business down the road, or if there's, I don't know, somebody come back on a reunion tour, Kylie gets excited, and like the whole atmosphere changes around him because of that. He'll change the music at the salon, make sure all the employees know about the new business or the specials down the road.
We don't have
make it a party.
We don't have any advertisers yet, so I'm probably going to be sending out free commercials left and right.
I mean, he just won his second contest with Chicken Express for a 12-piece meal.
I love me some Chicken Express. And let me tell
you, he shared it and was so excited.
Oh, man, I love Chicken Express.
Anyway, so
they had Chicken Express in Gladewater, so when they got one here, I was so fired up. So, shout out to Chicken Express. Y'all better go grab you some. And let me tell you something about Chicken Express. This is free advertising. Look, they got these chicken strips, and if you get that seasoning packet and sprinkle it on there,
it's like Tony's in a way, right?
Yeah, it looks like Tony's. Sprinkle it on the chicken strips, and then they have honey, and then you dip them chicken strips in that honey. Oh Lord. All right. They got some good tea,
we're going to be talking about a lot of food.
Yeah, they got some good tea and some good okra. Anyway, stop laughing.
They're biscuits. I mean, why are you leaving them out?
Oh, the biscuits
They're
are
pretty good.
Yeah, and you put that honey on them biscuit too. Oh,
so,
man.
Chicken Express wants to send us another 12-piece
Hey, I'll tell you what, Chicken Express.
We will promote you more.
I'll promote y'all. Oh, and they gave us a gallon of tea last time too.
Even if you're the 10th chicken place on Mansfield Road.
That's all right. You know, the thing, though, is everybody always complains about the chicken places. They're all so different.
They are. They're very different.
Like, there's Chicken Express.
It's kind of like going to Olive Garden and then going to Mangiuni's the next night.
Yeah.
I mean, could you do it?
Yeah.
I definitely could do it.
Chicken Express and Southern Classic are directly across the street from each other, and they're both chicken, but they have absolutely nothing in common. Look, there's a KFC commercial. Look at that gravy. I ain't gonna lie, KFC got it going on with their gravy. It's finger licking good. But
sorry, Chicken Express, they just took away our sponsorship.
we're talking about chicken in general. Anyway, so what we plan to accomplish, you know, you guys have known us to be good listeners, and we're good talkers too. You'll figure that out.
Kylie, you're definitely a good talker.
I can talk.
I'm
Thanks,
a great
babe.
listener. You know, they say
Thanks,
in the
babe.
world of hairstyling, they say that you attract customers who are like you, and that is so true.
My customers all just started laughing.
90% of your customers and my customers are more like, how do I say that? 90% of my customers are like me. And 90% of yours are like you.
Yeah.
There's that 10% that are,
I think my customers
there's a
just feel sorry
of
for
my
me.
customers that kind of look over and that Kylie thinking that they wish they'd be over there talking with you, but they really like the way I style their hair.
I think they feel sorry for me. That's my customers. Like, well, bless his heart. He needs help.
He needs prayer.
So, how did we get into hair?
Oh, okay.
Where'd you go to school?
Okay,
I'll tell you my story. I don't know if it's true or not,
Hold
but
on.
it's the way I
How can
remember.
you go into your story without going to mine first?
No, what I was going to say is part of your story.
Oh, okay.
The way I remember it, and I don't know if this is true or not, or over the years I've told the story so many times it just became true. But look, babe, I love you. Jill, since the day I've met her, it's a 2-hour preparation period.
That is such a lie.
Jill.
2 hours from when my alarm goes off to when I have to be at work. That is not 2 hours of me doing my hair.
You sure? Okay. Well, I just count that as 2 hours.
He does not know what it's like to be married to real women. I mean, I guess he does, but
I've never been married to anybody else. Anyways, so the way I remember it is one day saying, man, why don't you just do hair? That way you can look in the mirror and get paid. That's why I remember it. And literally, I think like a week later, you were in hair school.
okay, so
Was it not like that at all?
yeah, it was kind of. I had dated somebody right before you, and they
Wait,
told
what? Wait, hang on a second. Hang
now
on.
you're editing.
What?
Edit. So they had told me I should go to hair school. Okay, that's all I want to say about that. Well, then when I met you,
Wait, another dude told you should go to hair school?
yes, Kylie, you knew that.
I thought my whole life I was
His sister
the
was a
one that
hairstylist.
What?
His sister was a hairstylist.
No, my story's way better. Y'all,
then
we're going to go with my story.
So then when I met you, you said that to me. And then I thought, well, man, 2 people back to back. They obviously see.
But the dude
Something.
that was in the band that had mediocre success, I should listen to him because he probably knows what he's talking about.
So I do feel like, I mean, you knew me better.
You just crushed my dreams. God.
And then, so yeah. So then I went to beauty school. It was definitely, I mean, obvious that it was something that I maybe should look into because I was into that.
Well, I'm just distraught that another dude beat me to it.
Well, I mean, okay, do you want to give my mom credit for you being a hairstylist? Because, I mean, if you want to talk about that, she's the first one that I'd ever heard.
Really?
But yes.
I never heard that story.
Yes. My mom said to me when I started doing hair, she said, well, Kylie should do hair too, and y'all can have your own hair salon. And I thought, she is crazy. Okay, so do we want to get into that? All right, so I went to school. did hair. What? You
I thought y'all were just trying to find me something to fall back on.
So
I was staying up to like 3 a.m. every night playing gigs.
So I did hair for, I think, 5 years, and I had gone, to beauty school, got out, did hair. And maybe it was just like 4 years. Yeah, probably 4 years. And I was doing really good. Well, Kylie had a show in Shreveport, and I was still friends with my beauty school instructor.
And I knew her from you.
You knew her from me, yeah. And when I was in beauty school, she actually really liked your band and became a fan or whatever.
And y'all had become friends, so
yes.
everybody would hang out.
Shout out, Tammy, we love you. Mm-hmm. And we had a show. You had a show. Definitely not me. And Tammy came to the show, and I hadn't seen her in a while, a couple of years. And we were all hanging out afterwards, and she said, Jill, how are you doing? Well, before I could say it, you were like, oh, she's doing great. She's doing amazing.
I was your biggest cheerleader.
Oh, you were. Yeah, still are. Just bragging on me. And he goes, man, she's doing so good.
Hang on. That's because I thought I was the one that gave you the idea to go to hair school. I take all that back now. I think you're doing terrible.
Oh, my gosh. So... Callie said I should be, well, okay, back up. Tammy got me a job out of beauty school working for John and Debbie Dunn, husband and wife, big time mentors to me. I'm sure I'll get into that another day, who we were really close to. So Callie said, I should do hair too. And Tammy said, well, you should. She was like, you and Jill could have your own place one day, and you could run the business, and you could still do your band. You know, it's nothing that would take away from that, and you should. Well, I heard them, and I was like, they're crazy. I can't imagine Kylie doing hair. And ever since that night, it's like you couldn't get it out of your mind. And the more you talked about it, the more it made sense, because you are so much more of the business side of it.
I just knew eventually we were going to get married, and you'd probably own a salon, so
I
might
we
as well
were
know what
already
was
married. Right?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Lord, I don't remember. I just knew that eventually you'd own a salon, and I might as well know what's going on.
I
didn't
would
think
never
I'd actually
own a salon if it wasn't for you.
I know, but I didn't think I'd ever actually really do it.
Do hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you always appreciated
y'all.
my hair.
I love y'all, but every day I still go, I cannot believe somebody will let me cut their hair. I mean, I guess I'm all right at it.
But like, you always liked hair. I mean,
years.
like when I would cut my hair in a cool way or color, you always like noticed it. So it wasn't a huge shock.
Do you remember that time you waxed your name into my chest?
Yeah, that was fun.
I used to give Steven all them mohawks. That was fun. Good times. Anyway.
So you went to school.
It took me a little bit longer because I would go and then I'd go out of town for a month.
Yeah. Tammy. Thank you, Tammy.
Yeah, thanks.
For working with him on that.
And then we got into where we opened the salon. And we knew that we
way sooner than I had ever thought.
Well, I had been doing hair for only a year. I don't remember how many you had been doing it, but you had a full-blown clientele.
I'd been doing hair for 6 years.
I had a pretty good clientele. And it was just me and you in that building by ourselves. I just remember we were like, we got to get this place open before we have kids. And we got to get, because it would have, looking back, there's no way we could have done that with a baby. Good thing we got it finished.
Really, when we opened the salon, I really had no intentions of it being anybody else other than me and you. I don't know why. I just kind of think small.
And then Jennifer walked through the door.
Pretty much. So we had...
And she's been there ever since.
Yes, we had somebody come to us and ask if we were hiring, and said they knew somebody that they thought would be perfect. And so me and Kylie decided to give her an interview just to see. And that was how many years ago?
Ooh,
10, Jennifer?
Yeah, probably. We've been open about 10.
And she's amazing. We love Jennifer. She's family. Couldn't ask for better, really, with any of our girls.
So we kind of coattailed the whole business on Jill had the hair down and the skills, and I had more of a business mindset, but I was building a clientele. it kind of worked out weird because I did Cheyenne and Brittany's hair. And then I think me and Jill both did Shara's hair. And so everybody eventually just wound up working there.
It was all like around the same time, it seemed like. But Cher would come up there after school in high school and hang out. So everybody kind of got to know her ahead of time. And then she ended up apprenticing underneath us. And then Cheyenne and Brittany were your customers. And
they just slid right into the open booth. Been there ever since.
Yep. And they are the best to work with.
Mm-hmm. Those poor girls, they have been fired so many times. We could have a whole, I bet I have, I mean, I've never meant it because I've never been mad at them, but I think I've slacked up some. I used to fire them at least once a day, but they've earned their keep. So, but yeah, we got the salon open. Then we had kids and all that, and obviously having kids
and everything went. Do you have a button for like a slamming on the brakes? Oh no, it needs more like a.
Oh, you need like a train wreck.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't have any train wreck noises, but anyways.
Yeah, definitely the brakes were slammed.
Yeah, that definitely having kids changed everything. The way we worked, the hours we worked. We used to, my goodness. I mean, back in the day, me and Jill sat there till 10 o'clock. No problem at all.
Yeah, because we were together, so.
Mm-hmm. We didn't have anything to worry about, but if we worked a little later, maybe we could go to Dallas for the weekend, have some extra money or something. Man, we were always doing something. Hey, let's go to New York City.
Our friends with kids must have hated us.
I bet they did. I want to apologize.
They're laughing at us now.
I want to apologize to everybody that had kids and they were like, they're going on a cruise. So I had an idea today that I thought would be cool. I am concerned at the amount of people that don't pay attention to the news. Anybody that knows me knows I am a news junkie. If I'm not reading it, I very seldom get to watch. As a matter of fact, I don't watch the news at all on TV. I can't. But I get notifications on my phone, read it on my phone, all that stuff. So I had an idea today. I said, what we should do at the end of each episode is just run through the news. That would be fun. Just local news. And so people listening may never listen to the news, but they might hear something from us and go, oh, yeah.
Okay.
Do you have anything? Cool. No, I don't. Well, I have two things today, but it'll be more organized because this is literally last minute. So the big news for me and everybody on this side of town is what's going on with Mansfield Road.
Whoop, whoop.
Would you like to dive in?
Chick-fil-A.
I think everybody knows that.
What in the world? I didn't believe it until I saw the sign.
Yeah. Trejo's is gone and Chick-fil-A is coming. Yeah. And I would like to go ahead and say here, I coined the phrase Chick-fil-A-hos about a year ago when the rumor started.
It's true.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A-hos. So,
and then there's rumors for Starbucks and out.
Right on the other end of the street, what's that road called? Southland Park Drive? Mm-hmm. Okay, at the end of that, where KFC is going to be the Starbucks. And then when me and Cheyenne were looking through the MPC stuff, she was scrolling and scrolling. I said, hang on. And then Aldi popped up.
Aldi.
And it's not a little Aldi. It's a big one. If you guys have never been to Aldi, it's a German-based, like, what would you call it?
So
kind of like a gigantic.
Market?
Yeah, it's definitely foreign.
Somebody said like a really big Dollar General, but it's more grocery.
Yeah. And it's different. It's
like hipster to me.
Yeah, it's cool. And you put a quarter in a shopping cart.
See, he gets excited about this.
Yeah, you put a quarter in.
Like, why?
Because if you played your cards
cheap
right.
Milk.
Oh, yeah. Now, in Texas, you can get the gallons of milk. What was it, $1.99? It was like limit 4. I don't know how much it'll be here, but the cool thing about this one is it's supposed to be a 19,000 square foot one. So it's going to be huge. And the plans say it's right across the street from Walmart somewhere. So on Mansfield Road.
What do you predict will be next?
IKEA. No. Oh my gosh, that'd be cool. Man, I don't know. Longview just got a Chewy's. And if that creeps on over here, whoo, game changer.
What do we need?
Yeah, we don't need another Mexican restaurant. But if we had Chewy's, a lot of the Mexican restaurants
Or do we?
A lot of the rest of them would go out of business, probably. Except for the ones that want to advertise on this show. They would not.
Definitely not.
What do we need? You know, we need a mall.
A mall?
Yeah, an old school mall.
Okay, so we just took our boys to Dallas in October and went to the mall. And they were so excited.
Well, the malls are a lot different there. They're packed.
But I mean,
there's a million stores.
It's a mall.
4 stories tall.
So cool. Who would have ever thought?
Yeah. What happened to malls?
We need a TJ Maxx and a Ross. No.
Don't we have that?
TJ on this side of town.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Mainsford Road needs a TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like a Target, but I'll settle with a TJ Maxx.
I wonder if Target would work over here. They might. I wouldn't think. I mean, I think that Target, because you can go in the Target on Erie Drive and there's plenty of room. Like if it was just busting out the seams, then maybe.
Yeah.
So I think one Target, and there's one in Bossier.
That's why I said TJ Maxx.
I don't know much about TJ Maxx, so.
We need one.
Well, you got anything else? Oh, here's my next news story. Okay, and nobody's talking about this. Okay, so we're having the mayoral runoff for the new mayor of Shreveport. And nobody is talking about this. But the past 3 mayors of Shreveport have been Democrats. All 3 of them have endorsed the Republican that's running for mayor. Are we fixing to start singing Kumbaya? I mean, I'm not sure what's going on, but I saw that and I was like, wait, what? Maybe Shreveport? I mean, we got a Chick-fil-A, a Starbucks, and an Aldi, and apparently all the politicians are coming together and getting along. So, hey, we might be on to something. I got some ideas. Man, I made some notes for episodes. I don't really want to go on too much, but what we didn't talk about. We're taking this thing serious. Now, today has just been kind of a trial run, but I've got a list of like a wish list of people I want to interview, and I'd like to keep it all local based. I mean, some stuff that might be outside the area. I mean, I'm from East Texas, so we're probably going to dive into Longview some, probably, a little Natchitoches. Anytime there's something that people around here are familiar with, like Longview has Carmela's. So you'll probably hear us talking about Carmela's.
We love Carmela's.
That's the Christmas light place. If y'all hadn't been, it's neat.
Worth the wait.
It is.
And it's free. Mm-hmm. Give a donation if you can.
And there's a cool place in Marshall. Apparently we have not been yet. But so you'll hear us talk about like Marshall, Longview, places like that around here. Shreveport, Bossier, obviously, is where it's all based out of. But I got a wish list of things that I would like to do and people I'd like to interview. Just customers. I mean, I'm looking at this list. I'm about to start calling all y'all, begging y'all to do some interviews. Hopefully the next one is going to be in my notes here. Coming up next on Straight Out of Studio B.
Meet the Salon.
That's right.
Was that it?
Mm-hmm. Meet the Salon! ! Meet the fam.
5,
You're hurting my ears.
4, 3,
I made this little song up on the computer. I thought it'd be cool.
all engine running. Liftoff. We have a
Went back to my rock and roll days.
That's one small step for man.
All right, folks. Well, that's about it. That's it. We're gonna play you out with. One of my songs. All right, folks. Till next week. That's how one Jill over right there. All right, folks. Until next time, please subscribe and all that stuff wherever you listen to podcasts.
Please give us another chance.
Yeah, give us another chance. And we will get better. All right. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Bye.